Hello, good evening. Hope you are well. I have had a little bit of an exhausting day, but a good day. I got just a little bit of energy left. So, how about singing some songs? How about 1952 Vincent Black Lightning? Let's try that one. Says Red Molly to James, well, that's a fine motorbike. A girl could feel special on any such like. Said James to Red Molly, my hat's off to you. It's a Vincent Black Lightning, 1952. And I seen you on the corners and cafes, it seems. Red hair and black leather, my favorite color scheme. And he pulled her on behind, and down to Box Hill they did ride. Said James to Red Motley, here's a ring for your right hand, but I tell you in earnest, I'm a dangerous man. I've fought with the law since I was 17. I've robbed many a man to get my Vincent machine. And I'm 21 years, I might make 22, and I don't mind dying, but for the love of you. And if fate should break my stride, then I give you my Vincent to ride. Come down, Red Motley, called Sergeant McQuaid, for they taken young James Eddy for armed robbery. Shotgun blast hit his chest, left nothing inside. Oh, come down, Red Molly, to his dying bedside. When she came to the hospital, there wasn't much left. He was running out of road. He was running out of breath. But he smiled to see her cry and said, I give you my Vincent to ride. Said James, in my opinion, there's nothing in this world beats a 52 Vincent and a red-headed girl. Now Nortons and Indians and Greaveses won't do. Oh, they don't have a soul like a Vincent 52. Well, he reached for her hand and he slipped her the keys. He said, I got no further use for these. I see angels on Ariel in leather and chrome swooping down from heaven to carry me home. And he gave her one last kiss and died. And he gave her his Vincent to ride. And he gave her his Vincent to ride. How about The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald? The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down of the big lake they call Gitchagumi. The lake, it is said, never gives up her dead when the skies of November turn gloomy. With a load of iron ore, 26,000 tons more than the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed empty. The good ship and crew were bound to be chewed when the gales of November came early. The ship was the pride from the American side, coming back from some mill in Wisconsin. As the big freighters go, it was bigger than most, with a crew and good captain well seasoned. Concluding some terms with a couple of steel firms, they left fully loaded for Cleveland. And later that night, when the ship bell rang, could it be the north wind they've been feeling? The wind in the wires made a tattletale sound, and a wave broke over the railing. And every man knew as the captain captain did too. 'Twas the witch of November come stealing. The dawn came late, and the breakfast had to wait, and the good ship and crew was in peril. Nope, missed that. Sorry. The dawn came late and the breakfast had to wait when the gales of November came slashing. When afternoon came, it was freezing rain in the face of a hurricane west wind. When supper time came, the old cook come on deck saying, "Fellas, it's too rough to feed ya." At 7 p.m., a main hatchway caved in. He said, "Fellas, it's been good to know ya." The captain wide in, he had water coming in, and the good ship and crew was in peril. And later that night, when the lights went out of sight, came the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Does anyone know where the love of God goes when the waves turn the minutes to hours? The searchers all say they'd have made Whitefish Bay if they put 15 more miles behind her. They might have split up, or they might have capsized. They might have broke deep and took water. And all that remains is the faces and the names of the wives and the sons and the daughters. Lake Huron rolls, Superior sings in the rooms of her ice water mansion. Old Michigan steams like a young man's dreams. The islands and bays are for sportsmen. And farther down below, Lake Ontario takes in what Lake Erie can send her. And the iron boats go, as the mariners all know, with the gales of November remembered. In a musty old hall in Detroit they prayed at the Maritime Sailors Cathedral. The church bell chimed till it rang 29 times for each man on the Edmund Fitzgerald. The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down of the big lake they call Gitchagumi. The lake, it is said, never gives up her dead when the gales of November come early. How about Walk Without My Crutches by Paul Thorne? That sounds like a good song to sing right now. I like my artificial courage. A shot of whiskey and beer makes me feel like Superman. I've been leaning on it for years. I take my morning medication, hair of the dog, and I'm fine. I swear I'm gonna lay my demons down. I really mean it this time. I'm gonna walk without my crutches someday, Lord. I'm gonna walk without my crutches someday. The prettiest girl I knew from school, she got a monkey on her back. She traded her husband and her children for some crystal meth and crack. She said, "I'm checking into rehab 'cause I can't quit by myself. I'm gonna get back everything I lost. I'm gonna climb out of hell. I'm gonna walk without my crutches someday, Lord. I'm gonna walk without my crutches someday. A stumbling block is just a stepping stone. It's not as hot as it seems. A backbone is better than a wishbone. And nothing comes to us people but a dream. I'm gonna walk without my crutches someday. Yeah, I'm gonna walk without my crutches someday. Yeah, I'm gonna walk without my crutches someday. All right. How's about what would be good now? Well, let's try this. Welcome to my world. Hmm. Welcome to my world. Won't you come on in? Miracles, I guess, still happen now and then. Step into my heart. Leave your cares behind. Welcome to your world, built with you in mind. Knock and the door will open. Seek and you will find. Ask and you will be given the key to this world of mine. I'll be waiting here with my arms unfurled, waiting just for you. Welcome to my world, waiting just for you. Welcome to my world. How about some Marty Stewart? Well, I'm branded wherever I go, trying to outrun a bad story everybody seems to know. Might as well be wearing a ball and chain, 'cause everywhere I travel, see a picture with a number by my name. Spend some time in San Francisco, locked up for vagrancy. I busted out a time or two, took a run at getting free. They put me back in the jailhouse. I finished serving my time and turned me loose, and the man said, I'll dog you till the end of the line. Well, I'm branded wherever I go, trying to outrun a bad story everybody seems to know. Might as well be wearing a ball and chain, 'cause everywhere I travel, see a picture with my number by my name. The trouble with the truth, it always comes around. Seems to be there waiting for me in every town. Well, I'm guilty of the crime of trying to get back home. Don't want to bother nobody, just want to be left alone. Well, I'm branded wherever I go, trying to outrun a bad story everybody seems to know. Might as well be wearing a ball and chain, 'cause everywhere I travel, see my picture with a number by my name. 'Cause everywhere I travel, see a picture with a number by my name. Hmm. How about a Leonard Skinner song? Well, it's 8 o'clock in Boise, Idaho. I find my limo driver mess to take us to the show. I'm gonna make some plans for later on tonight. I find a little queenie, I know I can treat her right. What's your name, little girl? What's your name? Shooting you straight, little girl, won't you do the same? Back at the hotel log, we got such a mess. Seems that one of the crew had to go with one of the guests. Oh, yes. Well, the police said we can't drink in the bar. What a shame. Won't you come upstairs, girl? I have a drink of champagne. What's your name, little girl? What's your name? Shooting you straight, little girl. Well, there ain't no shame. What's your name, little girl? What's your name? Shooting you straight, little girl. Won't you do the same? How about What Have You Done by Paul Thorne? I know a woman lives down the road. Her husband passed away 2 years ago. She had lonely nights when teardrops fall. Pick up your telephone, give her a call. What have you done to lift somebody up? When have you helped someone who's got it rough? Or we can change the world with a little love. What have you done to lift somebody up? A little boy struck out. A little boy struck out in a baseball game. Couldn't face his father, felt so ashamed. The father said, "Don't worry, I'm proud of you, son. Don't have to win to be number one. What have you done to lift somebody up? When have you helped someone who's got it rough? Or we can change the world with a little love. What have you done to lift somebody up? We all need to do a little more, 'cause you can be rich if your neighbors are poor. What have you done to lift somebody up? When have you helped someone who's got it rough? Or we can change the world with a little love. What have you done to lift somebody up? What have you done to lift somebody up? How about Good Trouble? You're never too young, you're never too old to find yourself good trouble. We must find a way to give it away and find ourselves good trouble. And find yourself good trouble. And find myself good trouble. The world is a burning building, so who do you want to be? Someone putting out the fire, or changing channels on the TV. You're never too young, you're never too old to find yourself good trouble. We must find a way to give it away and find ourselves good trouble. And find yourself good trouble. And find myself good trouble. We weren't born into trouble, but with a child's eyes we can see the good we can do for each other when we're the friends that we should be. You're never too young, you're never too old to find yourself good trouble. We must find a way to give it away and find ourselves good trouble. And find yourself good trouble. And find myself good trouble. Forgot the last verse. Good try. How about another Paul Thorne? When your life is over, you're reaching the end, and the river of Jordan is around the next bend. Will you be counting all the trophies you've won? Or will you look back on the things left undone? When a stranger came knocking, did you let him in? Was there food on your table for a down and out friend? Did you hide in the shadows? Did you walk in the sun? And do you regret all the things left undone? Someone you cared for broke your heart. You let foolish pride, Lord, keep you apart. Why didn't you learn how to forgive someone? So many years past, all the things left undone. When a stranger came knocking, did you let him in? Was there food on your table for a down and out friend? Did you hide in the shadows? Did you walk in the sun? And do you regret all the things left undone? And will you regret all the things left undone? How about a little band of heathens? When you think you've seen it all, through tears in your eyes, your head hanging low, the moon on the rise. Well, I think of you, yeah, I pray for you. May your days pass like Sundays, may your nights lay you down. Let your heart not be troubled, cast your doubts to the wind. Lay your chains in the rubble. Let your heart not be troubled. Let your heart not be troubled. Let your heart not be troubled anymore. Well, your bed sheets grow cold every now and again. Each stone in the road, a place where we've been. But where are we now? Yeah, where are we now? Lay your dreams on my pillow. We'll get there somehow. Let your heart not be troubled. Cast your doubts to the wind. Let your chains in the rubble. Let your heart not be troubled. Let your heart not be troubled. Let your heart not be troubled anymore. How about Last Kiss? Oh, where can my baby be? The Lord took her away from me. She's gone to heaven, so I got to be good, so I can see my baby when I leave this world. We were out on a date in my daddy's car. We hadn't driven very far. There on the road, straight ahead, our car was stalled, the engine was dead. I couldn't stop, so I swerved to the right. Never forget the sounds at night, the crying tires, the busting glass, the painful scream that I heard last. Well, oh, where can my baby be? The Lord took her away from me. She's got to heaven, so I got to be good, so I can see my baby when I leave this world. Well, when I woke up, the rain was pouring down. There were people standing all around. Something warm running in my eyes. But I found my baby somehow that night. I raised her head and then she smiled and said, "Hold me, darling, for a little while." I held her close. I kissed her our last kiss. I found a love that I knew I would miss. But now she's gone, even though I hold her tight. I lost my love, my life that night. Well, oh, where can my baby be? The Lord took her away from me. She's gone to heaven, so I got to be good, so I can see my baby when I leave this world. Mm, mm, mm. All right. I think that's enough for today. Thanks for playing along. See you tomorrow.